Hey y'all, grown black folk talk. Back out on the climb, just stumbling, walking and stopping and resting, and humbly stopping and walking and resting and enjoying the San Francisco late winter spring. It's actually been spring here since February. A whole nother video, not today, about spring is coming. What do you do about it? Well, apparently winter didn't do us in this year. Thank God. However, I had a disturbing experience yesterday, and I want to talk to y'all about it. First, let me say thank you for all of you that expressed your well wishes and condolences because I have shared I've been away for a while, whole bunch of deaths in a row, and also some personal injury. I have not been out walking consistently for several weeks for that reason. I appreciate that because that shows that you have a measure of empathy. Not everybody does. I called someone for his birthday, his 65th. You figure people grow up and they grow wise, and that's what we hope for everybody. It's not always what happens. This individual needed to tell me about all his problems. He heard what I said. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of energy today. He heard what I said, but had to go ahead and tell me about all his problems and attempt to dump all his drama on me. I'm like, you heard what I said, but you didn't hear what I said. So let's do this. Normally, you have access to a lot of time. I don't call you often, and then we get to talk, but I'm like, I don't have the energy today. So I just called to say happy birthday. I gotta go. Well, suddenly, all that buried empathy showed up. He began to share some very encouraging words with me because the man is not without wisdom. He's just in the habit. And the reason he's in the habit, it's my fault. It's my fault. Because when we met, what is it, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I didn't realize early enough that this is just someone who's used to relying so much on women for everything. Interestingly enough, he told me when he met me, he heard golden bells ringing. He thought they were wedding bells. Wife number 4. The thing is, this is one of those situations where I can't exactly bless and block because there's a choir that we're going back to, and I'm the director at some point. So I can fire him from the choir for a personal reason, but he wasn't openly disrespectful. I've just allowed him to take up too much of my time. So, what do we learn from this? When you realize people do not see you as someone who has empathy, but you can't absolutely block them out of your life, you limit the time you spend, and when you limit it enough, they'll find their way. Sometimes, because you can't block out everybody. You may be in a job, you may have a family relationship you cannot leave at the moment, you may share a community outlet, and you would have to destroy it in order to cut the relationship entirely. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just limit the time. You are in control of how much time you give anybody else. This is also an elder. There's some things he's messed up, but he's made a lot of comeback. He's doing a lot of good things in his life. He's taken the encouragement that I've given him over the years and made his life considerably better. So that also needs to be considered. You see how the Lord sent the Son through here in time for us to consider that? So you can't bless him. You can't block out everybody because it's just not like that working with you. But when you limit your time and insist on respect and let them know gently that I'm not trying to hear that today, you can get results. And like I said, you control your time. And what you do is you begin earlier letting people know this is 8 years of me not having corrected this. So, hey, I'm still learning too. So what you learn is when you come into relationships with people, feel them out. And if they're the kind of person that's going to take more than they give and just doesn't realize they're doing it, instead of blocking them, just ease them out early. If you find this out later, you control your time. You control your time. And you control how much time you spend. So control it. All right. You have a good day now. I'm going to sit here humbly and rest for a minute and then start my walk back to my home. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.